It has been said that your inner voice can never be wrong. What does it mean? You would have observed that when we do anything, we get a feeling. People talk about a feeling or whatnot, that we should do this or not. A, a little, a very unheard kind of a sound is there, which directs us whether we should go about it or not. So people just ignore that voice because that voice is quite thin. People don't really absorb that kind of a sound, and then they just do whatever they want to do because their heart and mind is directing them to do something else, and you ignore the inner voice which is coming. But how that inner voice could be more clear, a little bit more clear, so that one is directed enough to do a right job instead of a wrong job. So that will only happen if one is really into meditation. You are trying to know your inner self, the soul, and you are really making efforts to do the practice, spending some time on your practices so that your inner voice should be a little clear to you, and that will be done only once you are into it. Once you are really into it, you know your inner self, you get into your practices every day, day and night, and sometime at some stage of time you will see that your inner voice is getting somewhat clear to you and giving you the direction. So my suggestion here would be that if you really want to hear your inner voice in a better way, one must go into meditation. And it is not a very drastic effort, I would say. You just need to sit 10 to 15 minutes a day and then later keep on adding on some more time to that. If you'll keep on doing that, if you reach to a certain kind of a level, if you reach to your Shiv Netra, if you reach to the level where some kind of a intuitions etc get activated, uh, some kind of a siddhis. People talk about siddhis, but I don't believe in that. It will automatically come if you are really into meditation. This is a byproduct of the meditation. One sadhak really don't go in for siddhis, and siddhis will come automatically. This is a byproduct. One of that could be intuitions, and then when the today's subject is inner voice. Inner voice will be clear to you once you are in present. You are not into past and future. You are not thinking about the past. You are not worrying about what will happen in future. You are living in a present state of life and doing all kind of meditations and achieving some kind of levels. And then you will see that the directions are given by the God. And that is called the inner voice. A very thin voice at the present, but later on it will get little bit more clear to you once you are into it. That's how people talk about that getting up in the Brahm Muhurat, which is between 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. before the sun comes in, and you sit for meditation, and the Brahmand gives you the direction. He is in direct contact with you and sends you some kind of messages. The thoughts which you have in your mind for the day, what you have to do, how you have to do. If you are really into meditation, the directions from Brahmand are there. And then, if you do that, if you really get up in the Brahm Muhurat and sit for meditation for some time, you will feel that you are achieving your levels, and you are into it. You are living in the present now. You really don't get thoughts about the past, and you have a habit of forgiving the people. You are not really looking for what will happen in the future, because you have made a samarpan. You have made God as your doer. He is the karta, and you are not the karta. So now what will happen? God will give you what you deserve. God will not give you what you do not deserve. That is for sure. People talk about that they have been into they have been into this practice for a long time, but still the worries are not getting over. So, what is the remedy? So, the answer to that is that your pralabdha was so much affected. Thank to the God that now by doing your meditation, your prarabdha is getting lesser and lesser and lesser. You were to lose so much, but you have not lost so much because you have adopted the meditation practices. So, the important point here is people talk about how to hear this inner voice more loudly. The answer to that would be that you get into meditation and make it a practice on daily basis, especially if you get up early in the morning in the Brahm Muhurat. That would be nice. Or otherwise, at any given time during the day, you can do that, and that's how you can improve upon your practices, and the remedy would be resolved. Thank you. If you have liked my contents, please subscribe it, share it, like it. I keep on posting adhyatmic videos. If you are interested, we'll meet sometime later.